This is Shelley Kraft coming to you live on SNNLive. We're coming to you from the Disruptive Growth Company Showcase 2017 here in New York City. We have with me today on the program Dr. Herman Weiss from Todos Medical. It's a publicly traded company, and the symbol is TOMDF on the OTC markets. Welcome to SNNLive.
Thank you very much, Shelley. It's a pleasure to be here.
It's good to have you. Let's get started with a brief overview of the company, and then we'll go from there.
In a brief overview, we are a cancer detection via simple blood test.
Explain.
The body fights infections, it fights foreign invaders, and it also fights cancer. And that's why every pharmaceutical company now is developing immunotherapeutics for cancer. They're identifying the white blood cells that can help the body fight the cancer. What we have done is that we have identified the fingerprint, the immune diagnostic fingerprint, that every specific cancer has a different fingerprint that we're able to determine at a much earlier size. So, for example, a mammogram can determine a breast cancer when it's already 1 centimeter in size. That's huge in cancer size. That means that the cells have potential to be metastatic and spread to other tissues and grow themselves. It's very late in the game, unfortunately. What our technology is not detecting the cancer cell, but we're detecting the immune response to that foreign invader. And that's what we have. We have a fingerprint for breast cancer at very, very early stages, and much earlier than what the breast cancer can determine. We've also seen the fingerprint for colon cancer and other cancers like leukemia. We have taken this and we've published studies in journals and scientific journals, which we can share with you. But it's really exciting because we're able to catch the tumors at a much earlier stage with a simple blood test. It's not a
Question.
Yes.
Where was this developed?
In Israel, Ben Gurion University, and now they took the technology and they're out of Rehovot right now.
So what's your background?
So I'm a physician. I went to Ohio State Medical School, went to Einstein residency, specialized in women's health, was in private practice, saw patients for around 10 years. I'd moved to Israel, started my own biotech company in a medical device space. I was then recruited to be the global medical director for women's health at Teva Pharmaceuticals. After that, I was recruited to become the VP of Medical Affairs and Clinical Development at another pharmaceutical company called Juniper Pharmaceuticals in Boston. And I've been following Todos' progress for many years, and they asked me to come on board as the chairman of the board to help with their commercialization and a lot of their development. And we've had our successful trials already in Israel, and we're going to launch one and go in Singapore.
Now, to be clear, I'm thinking that you need an IND on this because you quoted it's a medical device. So it's not like a pharmaceutical, it's not a medicine, it's not going inside the body. Explain what I'm talking about.
Okay, so an IND is really for like a pharmaceutical where you would need to, investigational, where you do everything under the IND to get it approved. Really what we've done is we've just done a simple blood test, like a cholesterol or a CBC, a blood count. Everyone gets that once a year, twice a year. Diabetics get it more often than that. And we're actually solving the huge unmet need of a simple blood test and giving us all this information, that diagnostic fingerprint for those cancers. So it doesn't necessarily have to have an IND or PME like a true medical device. So it's just a diagnostic.
When will this be available to the public?
Great question. So if all goes well, we already have a CE mark in Europe. So we're able to commercialize in Europe, but we want to wait until we have the studies to really substantiate it, make it standard of care, give this tool to the doctors who need it, who have trouble, a patient who has dense breasts. It's very challenging. They have to get MRIs and 3D ultrasounds and biopsies. If you just Google the number of unnecessary breast biopsies that happen, we want to give a tool to the physician to say, hey, chances are high likelihood that there's no cancer there. And that's really, it would be a tremendous tool to doctors to help them treat patients, and it'll be able to give patients peace of mind, to give physicians peace of mind, and it's something that will be reproducible, and it will be a real paradigm shift in the way we take care of patients. We don't want to replace mammograms. We want to make the mammogram better.
What about false positives?
So false positives are what really, freaks people out, okay? So when you get a mammogram, these BI-RADs are the way that they're read out. BI-RADs 1, thank you very much, come back and see me in a year or two. BI-RADs 2, come back and see me in a year or two. BI-RADs 3 or 4, the radiologist says, I don't really know, I can't really see. Go get further testing. Go get an ultrasound, go get an MRI, go get a biopsy. That's the false positives that we're trying to decrease. Our testing is that if it's negative, it's a true negative. Okay, that's what we want. That's what we really want. That's what's really critically important, to not miss any cancers. Not say that you have cancer, not to miss the cancer. And that's what's the critical difference.
Let's hear from you which cancers you're focusing on.
So we have studied breast, colon, leukemias, other solid tumors, but right now we're razor focused on the breast cancer market, and the colon cancer market is going to be a quick follow-on.
Let's get your website out there for more information, if you would.
So we're Todos Medical, TODOSMEDICAL.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Herman Weiss, Todos Medical. It's a publicly traded company, TOMDF. I'm Shelley Kraft. This is SNNLive, and we're coming to you live today from the Disruptive Growth Company Showcase 2017 here in New York City. Dr. Weiss, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you very much, Shelley.